swear or affirm testimony you're about to give is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Nod your head for me. All right. Ms. Jones, do you want the other camera turned on too, or are you going to leave it off? These froze. Ms. Jones, you froze.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
I can hear you. All right. I want you to start from those recent events, work backwards, tell me why it is you're seeking this order.
Okay, the most recent event is happening with my work. She's calling corporate offices. She's stalking, popping up.
Hold on a second. I need to know, see, you're saying she's calling corporate offices. Those people aren't here to testify saying that she's calling them. So this is what she's done to you personally. You don't have your corporate office here, anybody to say that she's the one who called. So you can't really testify to that because she's going to say it wasn't me.
I have evidence. I have the texts. She emailed my corporate.
But I can't see a text between her and anyone else. It's got to be between you and him.
Okay, nevertheless, she consistently calls my phone.
Not nevertheless. That's how it is. Tell me what happened between you and her only. Go ahead.
Okay, she consistently calls my phone, harassing me from different numbers, calling me all kinds of names, stealing pictures off a line, sending them out to other places. Through the past, this has been going on for 8 years now. I've been trying to get this order against her, and it's not been working. She has been damaged my cars, physically abusive. She has lately threatened me. She always bringing up her men. She's always saying stuff like this, accusing me of stuff, telling lies, ridiculing me, slandering me to everybody, posting things on media, social media. All I want is this over. Just to leave me alone. If I have to go through the child support situation, we do that. I have no problem with that. She does not let me see my children already. I do not bother that woman. I do not go by her house. I do not do things. She's coming to my job. She's telling all kinds of lies and stuff, trying to make me seem like I'm this vigilante type person, selling drugs, slandering me, guns. I work 7 days a week, Your Honor. My corporate office.
Let me interrupt you real quick. Okay? I've been told I have an accent. Personally, I don't hear it. All right? And I like to tell people I'm smarter than I sound. And I promise you, Miss Sanford can account for this. I may sound like I was born in some sort of shed with no electricity or indoor plumbing. But I am way smarter than I sound. I like to say it sounds like cornbread and buttermilk when I open my mouth with my accent that people allegedly think I have. But I am smarter than I sound. So, one thing I need here is specifics. Specifically, called me on January the 1st. She said this to me. She texted me, this is how I know it. She texted me this. So when you talk like this, generally, that's not what I need. If you have stuff you want to show me, feel free. And trust me, I work 7 days a week also, and at night. So, you've got to tell me exactly what she has done to you. Because when you say she's sending stuff to other people, that's other people that has to come in and talk about that. So, for instance, Ms. Robbins, she called me 382 times in January, and I told her not to reach out to me anymore. Here's my call on. That would be things that I need to see and hear. There's a reason for the two of you to talk. A legitimate conversation would be because y'all have a child together or children. Okay, you have 2 children together. So there is a legitimate purpose for the two of you to communicate about the child. So outside of that legitimate purpose now, if she texts you something like, you're sorry, Dad, because you hadn't paid child support, technically that's about the child, not a really good way to say it. But what has she done to harass you, threaten you, intimidate you? You specifically, because you don't have somebody from the corporate office saying they've answered the phone when she's called. And you have to prove that she's stealing stuff from social media. And some of that's hard. But I had a lady in front of me where this guy created a website. And she had to get some high-falutin people involved to show that it was him that created it. Needless to say, she ended up getting the feds involved, and I think he's sitting in federal prison. So you have to tell me things, Mr. Hopkins, that you can actually prove. Like, look, Judge.
Okay, as you saw, there wasn't a lot of actual information that he was able to give the judge. So now we're going to get a little deeper. He wasn't able to really give solid examples of things. Although he did give some times when he felt that Nakia was texting and bringing his daughters to his job and things like that. However, he also, it sounds like, wasn't paying child support for years and paid a cell phone bill instead, is what it sounded like. So I don't know, a cell phone bill is like $50 to $40 a month. I don't know. And he has 2 children with Nakia, so he pays $40 a month for 2 children. Yeah, that's pretty sad. To me, as a mother of 2 children, $40 buys dinner for one night. So I have, again, trust me, I've edited a lot that you do not want to see. So now the Nakia woman is going to speak a little about some of the facts of where she's coming from. And so we'll hear them. Here we go.
Took it off. What was all that about?
Oh, these are the text messages about my children to him.
To my kids. Okay. All right. What else do you want to say? Sum it up. What else you want to say?
I honestly, now that the cell phones is turned off, and my daughter now is scared to even ask her dad for money or anything because the sheriffs are coming to the house anytime. All she simply asked was, "Dad, when are you sending the money?" And all of this stuff started. So I want nothing. I don't even want his child support. I don't want nothing but I need to be left alone. I'm the one who's being bothered. Both of them called me, not me calling them.
Girl, I don't call you.
I sure
Girl.
But I proved that you did.
Girl, no, don't do that. I'm gonna mute you now, Miss Jones. All right, now, no more girl, Miss Barnett. Now you tell me.
No more
You got
girl.
the floor. Only you, Miss Barnett. She unmutes on.
You talking to me, Yana? I need her to.
Girl.
Yeah, I did, because that's what she's acting like. She's acting like a girl and not a woman. That's why.
Step it up. 3 minutes.
Both
Tell me.
a bunch of bitches.
Well, I basically told you earlier what I wanted, so everything I said earlier still stands. I want her to stop harassing me, stop trying to look up stuff on me, about me, and just leave me alone. And my job is aware of everything that's going on, and if she tries to contact my job in any way or fashion, Wellstar will prosecute her for harassment. So let that be known also. So that's all I got to say.
All right. Mr. Hopkins. Now, I'm going to mute you back, Miss Barnett. All right. Now, Mr. Hopkins, go ahead. You have to take yourself off mute again, sir.
Okay. You hear me, Yana?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, I can hear it.
All I'm saying is, obviously, she's a compulsive liar. She's been doing this stuff to me. She's been doing this stuff to people around me. Like I said, I can't prove it because I don't know how to use my phone. I understand you need facts. But I'm saying if it's so much that I'm apparently bothering her, why doesn't she accept this protection order and leave me alone? Because I'm not contacting her. She can't show you a number that I have my phone calling her. I do not call her, period. I don't even know how to make up fake numbers and stuff like that and all that type of stuff. I don't even know how to use my arrow that you're asking. And she's just claiming that. All I'm asking is for her to leave me alone. Like she said, she'll stop and she'll do all this. It's a lie. It's a straight lie. As soon as she finds out that you don't grant this because I don't have proof or whatever the situation may go, she's going to go right back at it. She's going to go right back at it. That's the type of person she is. Now, she's been threatening me. She's been popping up at my job. And it ain't about my daughter because she wants control. She wants to make it seem like, now, like she said, I was paying my daughter's phone for over 7 years. Both of them had phones. And I'm not making it about them. But because I don't give her what she wants, she extorts me through that.
Money?
Then she turns around and tells me she's going to make my life miserable. Daddy. if I don't pay her the money, in which she's lying about $300 in 7 years. But nevertheless, that's something that child support has to deal with. I understand that, and I'm aware of that. I just want her to leave me alone. Don't call me. Don't text me. I don't do none of that to her. I don't want her popping up on me. I don't want her goons coming after me. I don't want, her harassing my job. I'm trying to make a physical living to take care of my kids while she's trying to bring me down, all because I don't want her. And I'm sorry I couldn't bring out the Texas to you, but that's all I have to say, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna put you back on mute. Nobody's gonna interrupt me. Nobody's gonna interrupt. I don't know. I mean, I've looked back. There's history. They've denied. Now y'all are back. The person I feel sorry for are these children. Miss Barnett's children, y'all's 2 daughters. That's who I feel sorry for. Because no matter what, they are caught up in the middle of this. Now, Mr. Hopkins, you pay child support, you don't pay child support, you legitimate, you haven't legitimate, I don't know.
He don't.
But you made a choice to have children with Miss Jones. Good choice, bad choice, indifferent choice. That's the choice you made. All right? So these children didn't ask to be here. We all have choices we have made in life that we regret. But the regret that you were with Miss Jones shouldn't be a regret because you obviously have 2 beautiful children. So you can decide what kind of dad, father, whatever you want to be.
Deadbeat.
To them. Okay? I'm asking both of y'all right now to block one another's number. I mean, just see, I'm not listening. I got you on mute. Why I got you on mute? Because I don't want to hear anything while I'm talking. Right? I want y'all to block each other's number.
Yes.
There is a website that's called.
Woo! Oh, Judge Manning. I think you are after my heart. Really? Why can't they just do it? Why can't they just keep calm and block each other? Why do they have to continuously message each other over this man? I think Judge Manning had it right in the beginning. And if you saw the first episode I put out where I said, you decide who's in the right, whatever, she had it right. This is all about a man, okay? Yeah.
Just free, see. Wait, Our Family Wizard. Mr. Hopkins, Ms. Jones, you both go to Our Family Wizard. It's a controlled platform. You have, if your children have extracurricular activities, they can put it on there. You can put it on a calendar. It also keeps up. You can talk to each other about the kids. Now, Mr. Hopkins, I don't know if these children were born of the marriage or if another case comes up. I can promise you, if y'all show up in front of me, I'll assign a guardian ad litem to see how all this has affected those kids. Those what matter to me. So, keep it through there because that way, all you got to do when there's a guardian ad litem is give them access to your Our Family Wizard. They can see everything going back and forth. And I've already in my mind, I got the perfect guardian in my mind because you guys got to do something. Because, Mr. Hopkins, don't text your daughter about Miss Jones. Don't. Just don't. Okay, just don't. Leave her out of it. Okay, just don't. Whatever you do, just don't. Miss Jones, leave your daughter's phone alone. Let her have her private conversation with her dad. And that, okay? Give her a little bit of privacy. I mean, if she's getting on porn sites, then check her phone. But no, she's talking to her dad. Let her talk to her dad. And she looks like, I think she was walking around, she's a teenager, so she probably don't like either one of y'all. All she wants, or when they are teenage girls, all they're going to want is money and y'all to leave them alone anyway. They're not going to like either one of you, but they're teenage girls. All right? So, Miss Jones. Mr. Hopkins has moved on. If he starts calling you and telling about his new girlfriends, first, you've already blocked his number, so he can't. Unless he puts it in Our Family Wizard, then you let him know that it don't. Don't listen to him. Who cares? You said he's been with hundreds of women. You seem to think he's all that. And Miss Barnett, don't text her. Don't have your friends text her. Y'all, please. Please, okay? No, don't unmute. Just don't. I am putting these in place. But I'm telling all of y'all, just please. There is so much going on in this world that's so serious that this seems a little petty at this point in time. It's harassment, going back and forth, y'all are all harassing one another, but it is so petty right now. The governor has issued a state of emergency and called out 1,000 National Guards because they're expecting riots. So there are things in the world. People in Ukraine are getting killed every day, but y'all fighting over who's screwing who and who wants who and who's having sex with who and who's stop. Just stop. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop my camera. I'm gonna walk off this bench. Unfortunately, all I can get a drink up in here is some more Gatorade. I'm gonna go get me a Gatorade, turn this off, get back on at 2:00, and at 2:00 I want the 2:00 case. Mr. Hopkins, Miss Barnett, if Mr. Hopkins doesn't know how to work it, to put his email in the chat, Miss Barnett, you place your email and his email in the chat for me. Ms. Jones, place your email in the chat for me too. Y'all got to get past this. Dear God in heaven, there is nobody that's worth all this. No man, no woman, nothing.
But Your Honor, can I say something before
I'm
you
not
look?
gonna be in place. I've heard a whole bunch of papers on it. Put your emails in the chat. I'm gonna send y'all the orders. Jones, leave them alone. Y'all have a good weekend. Stay healthy and safe. I'll be back at 2:00.
So, I don't know if you guys noticed at the end, Judge Manning was just like, I'm done. I'm out. And just got off. The one lady, Centrica or something, was like, I need to talk. And she said, no, done. And just bounced. And they all kind of like acted like they know how to exit Zoom or something. Like, come on, you guys, you know how to exit Zoom. Push the button. And they lingered for a minute, like they didn't know how, but yeah. Anyway, I also have a blooper that I kind of saved. I don't know how I got the blooper on here, but I'll leave it on. It's kind of funny, so I'll leave the little blooper. And thanks for watching. I don't know if you guessed when I hit the you decide in the first video. If you haven't seen the first video, go back and watch it. But if you decided that nobody would get a protection order, you were correct. But so far, nobody has one. It sounds like they've been going back and forth about protection orders. And so far, Nakia has not got one placed against her. But she's counting her blessings because eventually I think she's going to get one. So, all right. And thank you again for watching. And I'll try to put out a video as much as I can. It's just something fun to do. I really enjoy true crime and I enjoy court cases. And when I get a good one or a funny one, I try to repost in some way or Zoom it. This is one that I was able to watch. So I really wanted you to see it. So, all right. Thanks. All right. So we're about to hear some stuff that basically this is a little more of their story. Now, I'm going to be skipping through parts because we're going to get to the end. And remember, I said you decide in the first video. And I hope you did. This Eric Hopkins is the man. Remember, they were fighting over. And we'll see a little more about what happens. You can hear Shay Shay, which is my German Shepherd, whining in the background. He is quite the whiner. As you see. Anyway.
Only you. This part